Yeah, it was a great start. I thought we were, on in that first quarter and change. I thought we moved it well. We took advantage of some of the things that we thought would work offensively, and we were pretty tight defensively. And then I thought we had periods where we kind of played to the score, and that's kind of what I told them. But when I challenged them, I felt like we did respond, but I felt, it's hard to be negative when you won 10 in a row or critical, but I do think there are still areas where, and times where we can be a little bit more in tune with what we need to do to be great. So, but to beat DePaul by 30 is still a really good result. And we haven't been able to practice a lot the last 10 days just because of health and schedule. So hopefully this next stretch where we don't play till Friday, we'll take tomorrow off, Tuesday off, and hopefully get a little healthier. But we did a lot of good things. I just thought we kind of went rogue offensively there in that second quarter, and then we kind of lost some of that momentum. So that's, I think, a good learning thing. But overall, a lot of good things.
Open the floor to questions for the student athletes.
How were you guys able to be so sharp performance-wise with what you had to deal with from a practice situation? Like, it's hard to prepare when the body's on the floor, but you managed to come out guns blazing today and put a beat on.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just what we're all like on and off the court. I think it's just a testament to what our culture is at Creighton. Even though we did have 6 players practicing the other day, it didn't feel like we had 6 players practicing. It kind of felt like it was a full practice. We went up and down. It was a little rocky at some points because Lauren, Molly, and Morgan were out. But at the same time, basketball is a sport where that's going to happen sometimes. You kind of just have to work through it. But we have each other's backs. We're just hoping that everyone gets healthy in this next couple off days. But I thought the practices weren't that terrible. I don't know. What do you think?
It's just limited in terms of numbers.
Yeah.
Could either one of you talk about the flame-throwing first quarter? Because 30 points in the first. I think you finished like 13 of 18, something like that for those 10 minutes. What went into that?
Kennedy, if you'll start, and then Emma, if you'll come in afterwards.
Yeah, we have a really experienced starting 5, so I think that speaks to their experience. And same thing with talking about practices, and obviously a lot of them couldn't practice on Thursday, whatever day that was. So, but they're all locked in on the sidelines. They're locked in the film. Like, they're doing everything that they can. Like, they want to be out there if they could, and I think that speaks to our experience and just the kinds of people that we have in this program. Like, even if they aren't practicing, Kiani's been out for an extended period of time, but you still see her writing down on her scout, and she's still asking questions, and that's just the kind of people we have in this program, and it's just, it's great to see those results in that first quarter. So.
Yeah, I thought that was really spot on. Sometimes when you play a team like DePaul who wants to push you defensively and offensively, they give up a few things on their defensive end, and it just worked out that first quarter, but then we got sloppy with it, and they pushed us out of our comfort zone in the second. But yeah, when you see a first quarter like that, it's hard to say that we did many things wrong in that, but we definitely have a lot to work on looking at the second, third, and even fourth quarter after that.
What went into your performance? You play pretty well against DePaul, so I don't know if your eyes just light up when you see that style of game or whether from a matchup standpoint, they're physical, they're long, they're aggressive, it's probably really hard. Like, how did you stay efficient, stay effective against all that pressure?
I don't know. I see just some games, like, I feel like I answered this, I don't know when it was, a couple days ago. Some games people are more efficient than in other games. Against Xavier, I wasn't as efficient. I think I was 1 for 9. Wasn't a great game, but it was a game that I wasn't needed as much. We had other players step up, and this game didn't really need me either. We won by 30, but I don't know. I think it was just one of those games that the ball went in for me, and I just kept shooting. Teammates were passing me the ball. We were getting good offense moving off the ball. So, yeah, I thought it was just a well-rounded game.
Kennedy, how do you think, having so many players out and then getting more playing time, how do you think that's helped you along from a development perspective?
Yeah, I think any experience is really good experience, and even at the end of blowout games, whatever is happening, I think I'm just trying to take every opportunity as treating it like it's, you know, fourth quarter, end of Marquette, like really trying to be locked in all situations, whether it's practice or, in the games like that. I just think, like, opportunity favors the prepared, so I just try to stay locked in.
Anything further for the student athletes?
Yeah, what's going through your guys' mind whenever you timeouts like that? I mean, is it a situation where when you huddle up, you're like, all right, look, they're probably in a vulnerable spot here. Like,
Yeah.
if we keep this up, we could put this thing away pretty soon.
Yeah, I honestly didn't realize until halftime when Flynn said that they had no timeouts left. I tend to not keep track of that stuff. That's more with him. But yeah, I mean, that's just his coaching style. Not even style. I think he just wanted to make a change in that first quarter. But I think it did end up hurting them a little bit in the second half. But if we wouldn't have had that first quarter that we had, I think that game would have been really close because I don't think we were tight enough in those last three quarters. But it ended up working out for us, but we still got to be a little better.
I know you love the team assists as well as points. What were you seeing that allowed you to find so many open players?
Yeah, I think it's just I don't know either. My teammates just move really well off of the ball when I catch the ball in the mid post because our mid post team, we're not a deep post 1 pound dribble powering through people. We're a mid post team, face up team, and then when we have people cutting off of that, it's hard to guard because you want to double or you don't want to double, and then you're giving people open layups. Like Mal had 17 points of just being in the right spot against Xavier, and that was awesome for her, and that was an awesome team win for us. But yeah, I think it's just the awareness that we have off the ball. I don't think it's necessarily any skill that I have. It's kind of my teammates. I give them okay, maybe a little bit, but I
Mostly Ted.